morning or good afternoon. My name's Neil Andersson and I'm with my colleague Jonas Sandberg, and we're joining today on the Virtual Video Summit. We're from Codemill and we're going to talk to you about the services that we provide and the products that we offer. So Codemill is a Swedish company and we've been around for a little over a decade now, delivering custom software for the media and entertainment industry. So we're a team of around 60 developers, coders and project managers, and we work with a number of the major Hollywood studios, international broadcasters and national broadcasters primarily, and we help them with their custom in-house software development projects. Often these are around content supply chain and helping them with preparing video and audio and subtitles for delivery to broadcast, OTT and VOD. We deliver a range of professional services, everything from consultants to project managers, to front-end web developers, to UX and UI designers, and to back-end API integrations and DevOps engineers for cloud or on-prem deployment. So as I mentioned, we've been focused exclusively on media and entertainment, and we offer end-to-end services. We work with cross-functional teams in an agile way, so we deliver software in a continuous integration, continuous development process. We're very much focused on solving specific use cases and workflow challenges. And I'll talk a little bit more about that shortly, and we'll show you, my colleague Jonas will take you through a demo of our Accurate Video suite of web applications. So as I mentioned, we do a lot of custom projects. In more recent years, we've actually been building our own software, as I said, called Accurate Video. And this has really come from demand from some of our broadcast clients to build them web applications that give them flexibility to move a lot of their workflows into the cloud. And for the last 4 or 5 years, that's been the case. Obviously, this year, this has accelerated as more and more businesses migrate as quickly as possible into the cloud so they can really benefit from remote workflows and scalability. So, Accurate Video. Accurate Video is our scalable component-based software platform. It's designed to facilitate the content supply chain and content preparation workflows. Our applications run in standard web browsers, so we don't require any plugins. And we have very functional open backend APIs for integration into third-party platforms, whether that be storage on-prem or in the cloud, third-party transcoders, QC applications, things like Backend QC, transcoders like FFmpeg or Amazon AWS Elemental Media Services, and things like Hybrid, all the way through to integrations with machine learning services like Amazon Recognition and others. So really it's about providing lightweight functional tools that allow our clients to deliver content and prepare it in the cloud or leverage on-prem and hybrid workflows. So this is the first of our tools, and Jonas will show you this in more detail shortly. And our Visual QC product is designed for people working with content, whether it's video, audios, and subtitles, around content preparation. So often we have international broadcasters who are delivering content. Perhaps it's come from the US and it needs to be distributed across Europe or the Far East, and they need to prepare different versions of that content with different language tracks and different subtitles. And that's quite a headache to do that in a very manual, paper-driven or spreadsheet-driven workflow traditionally. So what we've done is facilitate web-based workflows. So we have a frame accurate player that allows operators to see all of their content in context, video, audio, and subtitles, multiple languages, multiple subtitles, and different qualities of video. And they can stream these and view these securely in a browser. We have secure DRM, thanks to our friends at BuyDRM. And we also have support for encryption and watermarking with technologies from Nagra. So we have a very secure platform, and this gives our clients confidence that they can work with pre-release content in the cloud or on-prem and manage it securely and efficiently for delivery. We have a focused application around audio QC, so handling many audio tracks, whether it be Dolby, 5.1, 7.1, or if it's just lots of language tracks. And we have things like meters and waveforms, so users can work very efficiently and quickly in a web UI from anywhere in the world. Likewise with subtitles, we have a very easy way of working with subtitles, whether it's fixing errors like timing or spelling mistakes. And again, this is functionality that means that users don't have to download content from the cloud or work with it on a desktop application. They can access it anywhere in a browser. We also have functionality for generating VOD posters or artwork by extracting images, still frames from video. And we'll show you that in a minute using our poster room tool. And finally, we have a promo creator for cutting down content into short promo segments and clips for publishing, whether it's for broadcast or social media platforms, for example. In terms of our backend, our applications actually work as standalone, so we can talk directly to cloud-based or on-prem storage, and we have built-in transcoding to generate frame-accurate proxies of our video, audio, and subtitles. And then we can use our front-end web applications to do the work. So we're not reliant on any third-party services in particular to use accurate video. However, we do have a number of clients who over the years have wanted to integrate it more deeply into their existing platforms. And this is where we can integrate with third-party MAMs, digital asset management systems, or CMS systems through our API to give a much more interactive experience for users so they can access the Accurate Video Suite directly within their existing content systems. We also have a more advanced integration where, using again our APIs, we can leverage their existing job systems, transcoders, and storage services that they manage in their existing systems, and then we provide an embedded platform within their content management systems. So really, it can be very deeply integrated for customers, or it can be very lightly integrated or act as a standalone system for specific workflows. So that's a little bit more about what Codemill does in Accurate Video, and let me hand over to Jonas, who will be able to give you hands-on demos of each of our applications.
Thank you, Neil. So just to give you a little bit of a quick rehash of what Neil mentioned, Accurate Video is our kind of application suite. So I will walk you through a live demo here today. So that's always a little bit interesting, but I hope it will be fine. Accurate Video is really purpose-built for QC and QA, post-production, and content operations teams. Enabling workflows like collaborative QC and QA, content review and approve, content validation and verification, and content marketing, such as promo and poster creation. So our system is a cloud-native application. So that means that we can deploy and scale on any cloud infrastructure. We can also run, of course, on-premise if required. And you can also run in a hybrid or a multi-cloud configuration. So the first step, basically, to get assets into our system is beginning with the ingest phase. So you can either use the automatic ingest to apply rules as files appear in storages. They are automatically ingested, or you can also leverage our kind of UI to connect storages. So I can just quickly create and add a S3 bucket or a blob storage, and once I have connected the storage, I get access to all my files and I can just ingest them. So as the ingest phase begins, we have a a job system that's running in the background, which will pick up that asset, and it will run it through a number of configurable steps. So that can be everything from transcoding it into a suitable web proxy. Maybe you want to apply, package it as a dash. Maybe you want to apply, some DRM and watermarking, and maybe also you want to kind of enrich it and with some AI and ML services. So all of that is up to you and your workflow. So once a file has been ingested, it will be available here in the asset discovery view. And I prepared this a little bit in advance. I've ingested some assets, and these assets are all kind of in different stages of the validation pipeline. So you can see there's a few that's in progress, a few that has passed QC, and we have some warning and a couple of with errors here as well. So let me walk you through what that kind of means and show you what our application. So from this view, I can launch any of our applications. Neil mentioned the Visual QC, so that's the first one that we'll take a look at. So as I open an asset in the Visual QC, it provides me kind of an overview view of this asset. And as the name kind of implies, Visual QC is a great product for just being able to get an overview view of this content, whether it's audio, subtitles, metadata, or audio tracks. I have frame accurate video playback of so this is playing a proxy file, which was transcoded during the ingest phase. And I also have the timeline, which is showing me all the metadata visualization. From here, I can kind of work with review and approve workflows. So, but first, let me say that integrations are very important to us. And obviously here, you can maybe see it. I have imported a Backend report. So this is from a QC, file-based QC process. Our system is very much designed around being able to, integrate existing tools and systems that you already have. It can be things like MAM and DAM systems, for example, with the spine and Iconic. It can be, DRM and watermarking, like ByDRM and Nagra. QC engine, as I mentioned, Backend, VidChecker and all of these. And also AI and machine learning tools like Amazon Recognition and Velosa. After the content has been ingested here, I will see in the media tab, I will have an overview of all the components that are available. So I see I have a few different audio tracks. I have some subtitle tracks as well. And as I enable these components, they appear in the timeline as you would expect. The timeline itself is you can quickly scrub through and find anything you're looking for. Of course, I can frame accurately seek in the timeline and to specific chapter markers or markers. And hotkeys allows me, of course, to step through this content frame accurately as well. The timeline as well is I can zoom and pan it. I can go down even to a frame level if required. And I can also work, with sort of manual and highlighting content, so annotating this content as well. So once I'm done with kind of the review and approve, whether that's based on some internal criteria or some automatic QC checks like the Backend, I can set this asset into different stages of the validation pipeline. So let's set it as into the next step, processing. So just a quick overview of sort of the Visual QC application here. I see we're running a little bit out of time here, so I'll just quickly go through the other applications as well. So the audio QC that Neil mentioned is kind of a specialized view, which is focused a lot around audio. So we have kind of a similar layout, but it's mostly focused on audio, as you can see here. We do show a lot of audio visualization. So here I have a lot of possibilities of soloing channels and muting channels, really digging into this content. So here I have 6 channels, and I can set the audio profile. So this is just a sort of a mapping for my configuration. So this sets it as 3 audio tracks. I can align and set metadata on my content here. Moving on, we also have what we call the promo creator, which is, as Neil mentioned, good for creating promotional, maybe subclipping and so on. So the first thing here is that you create an EDL, and once I have an EDL, I've prepared one here. I can quickly create and select subclips in the timeline. So as I create these subclips, you will see the frame timings here, and I also have kind of the option here. So this is just using a web proxy, so I'm not doing any kind of rendering. I can flick the switch here to go into kind of a preview mode. at this point, I can really look at the transition between my clips and make sure everything is fine. And once I'm kind of happy with my layout and how this clip is looking, I can just render this into a file using some kind of transcoder. So here I have connected a couple of transcoder. I have a AWS Elementor, I have a local FFmpeg running, so I can just render it using some kind of preset. So the file will appear in a storage, and I can choose to render it back to the actual system and re-ingest it. I also want to show you the what we call the poster room. So the poster room is great now with, once again, for promotional, but also if you have like an internal catalog of assets and you want to create like a high resolution still image or a poster. So the way I work with this product is basically that I create snapshots of my content. And as you see, as I create these snapshots, they will kind of appear here to the right. Once I find something that I want to use, I go into this kind of edit view. This allows me to, crop and resize this poster just to like really fine tune what I'm looking for. I can also apply, some kind of overlay. Maybe I want to burn in like a logo or something. I can select like formats and so on and just render that poster. So that poster will basically just be rendered from the high resolution, although I'm just working on a proxy here. And if that file is on, on a cloud storage, we only need to download a very small part of that file to be able to create this poster. So you don't really have to, download the file, and you can work in the cloud directly here. So let me just quickly show you the Subtitle QC as well. So as you can imagine, this is all about like Subtitle QC and closed captions. Yeah, that's just a quick overview of all the kind of applications we have so far in the application suite. You can also find us on our homepage, accurate.video, and if you want a more detailed demo or if you want to see a trial, we can arrange for that as well. So before I stop here, I just want to say thank you to Chris and all the other organizers, and of course, thank you very much for tuning in and watching, and we hope to hear from you. Thank you.